As a chosen one, do you often find people getting irritable with you for no reason? Do you find people around you getting easily annoyed with you whenever you ask a question, especially if you ask it more than once? You might have even felt like you committed a sin when you need somebody to help you understand something with more clarity. Do you often notice a frustrated facial expression come over somebody when you ask them or tell them that you need help understanding whatever it is that they're trying to get across to you? And then they'll even try to make it personal and use it against you? Well, in this video I can break down the reasons why this is and explain it. The Matrix expects your learning style to only be audible. They only want you to learn by what you hear or what you're told. Any other way of learning is a taboo. Audible learning is the best way to have influence over somebody. And even in some cases, it's the best way to control somebody. And this is evident in the Bible with word curses. You see people throughout the Bible speaking word curses through other people. Growing up, many of you had word curses spoken over you. And a lot of these word curses tie in directly with the subject of what I'm discussing in this video. Oh, you're stupid. Oh, you're retarded. You're going to get nowhere in life. And you're getting on my nerves. Why are you asking me all these questions? All this condescending feedback you get from other people just because you are equipped to learn differently. And I'm going to explain why your learning style is actually part of God's design as a chosen one, and why this learning style is in fact a gift. As cliche as that sounds, I will explain why this learning style is a gift as opposed to it being merely just a curse. Even though, that's what the world says. When you learn this way, it equips you for excellence, because it'll cause you to see the bigger picture in whatever it is that you are learning or you need to learn, or whatever skill it is that you're trying to master. And you not only see the bigger picture, but you see the ins and outs of whatever it is that you're learning. And that, as a result, makes you an expert. It makes you excellent. It makes you highly recognized in whatever it is you're learning. And we can't have that now, can we? But as a lot of you already know, this causes you two problems in the Matrix. Like a lot of your attributes as a chosen one, it can pose as a double-edged sword. For one, your learning style is perceived as being inferior because you are not programmed in the same format that the Matrix wants you to learn in or expects you to learn in. Instead of your learning style being perceived as different or even advantageous, it is regarded as being a hindrance or as being inferior. This is why a lot of you were misunderstood and misconstrued as being dumb when you were younger, or in your school days in your younger years. It's because it angers the God of the Matrix. And the God of the Matrix is the God of efficiency. Who would want to frustrate or unleash the wrath of the God of efficiency? The other factor is, because you naturally emit a higher vibrational frequency than people in the Matrix, when somebody is explaining something to you, or telling you something, or is giving you directions on something, you are not only listening to the person, but you are picking up on the person's energy. You are literally absorbing the whole person's spiritual being and physical being. And with you picking up on all this, with you discerning or perceiving everything that's going on with the other person while they are talking to you, you better bet that this is going to interfere with your ability to hear what it is that they're saying. And this causes you to not be able to understand the person or be able to hear the person clearly even. And through you picking up on the person's energy, even if you're not understanding or listening to them, quote unquote, or they find it frustrating to talk with you because what they're telling you supposedly goes through one ear out the other, in a sense, you're doing yourself a favor. You are doing your soul a favor because you are picking up on the person's impatience, and you're picking up with the person's motives that they admit through their frequency while they're talking to you. Because if somebody's really worth your time and energy, and somebody really has your best interest at heart, they will be kind, and they will be calm, and they will be patient with you. Now, yes, everybody has a breaking point, but the matrix is programmed to have a very low breaking point. Because when somebody has a low breaking point, that is pretty much weakness. And the matrix thrives off of weakness. So, this interference you have when you're interacting with somebody while they're trying to talk to you or explain something to you, and, they're getting frustrated with you, this further disrupts the matrix learning process. Because that's when you're perceived as a cog in the machine. This is when people get condescending. Oh yeah, he's not learning the way he wants us to. He just doesn't get it. There's just something's not clicking in his mind, and da 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 da. But these same people who say this fail to understand that, in fact, it's not that you're below them, but if I can say this without being arrogant, you're actually, in some regards, above them. Because your learning style will equip yourself for success, while their learning style just equips them to just be like robots. Hence, you're a cog in the machine as a chosen one. And, if you spent your whole life, in this state, which I'm sure a lot of you have, and, if you've spent your whole life being confused or mislabeled as being dumb, or impaired or handicapped. Maybe a lot of you had some very negative memories growing up in school. You were probably placed in special classes, and you probably had teachers that were either worried about you or they thought, well, you're gonna get nowhere in life because you're so damn stupid and da da da. Here's the thing. The style in which you learn, here's the whole basis of why it is a gift. Here's the whole basis of why your learning style was chosen by God to be the way it is. In fact, your learning style is interdependent with you being a chosen one. And your learning style is ideal for leadership roles, and it's ideal for entrepreneurship. Because entrepreneurs have to learn through experience. Entrepreneurs have to understand the whole operation of a business. The entrepreneurs have to understand, all the different angles to a business. And if you learn through all 5 senses or the 4 senses other than audible, you are equipped to learn this way. People that learn audibly are just conditioned to be programmed. It's almost like you operating a keyboard, you press this button, press that button. That's what they want. They want to be able to press the buttons on the people on the matrix. When they press your buttons, nothing can compute. So it's almost in a way like they're dehumanizing you, or they're taking away or robbing you of the human element. They're robbing you of your spiritual component to your being by doing this.